The 47th GST Council meeting, chaired by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in June, put its stamp of approval on a host of changes proposed in the taxing regime. The changes came into effect from 18th of July, and one of them mandated tenants to pay 18% GST on home rent. Till now, GST was applicable only when the residential property was used for commercial reasons like offices and shops. Now the tax has to be paid on rent of property for any use. However, not everyone who has rented a property needs to pay the tax. Only GST registered tenants are liable for tax under the new rules. Now, who are these GST registered persons? The annual threshold limit for GST registration is turnover of 20 lakh rupees for service providers and 40 lakh rupees for goods suppliers. This means the salaried class, who are mostly not GST registered, are exempt from paying GST on rent. For GST registered persons, the tax will be charged through the reverse charge mechanism (RCM), where the tenant will be liable to pay the tax and not the owner. For instance, if a company rents flats for accommodating employees, it is deemed as a tenant and will be liable to pay the GST. Under reverse charge mechanism, the liability to pay tax is on the recipient of a good or service instead of the supplier of good or service. If the landlord is unregistered under GST and the tenant is registered, then the tenant will have to pay the tax under new rules. If both the landlord and the tenant are unregistered under GST, then the tax rules won't apply to the tenant. In another scenario, if the landlord is GST registered and the tenant is not, GST won't apply to this transaction. If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
सब अच्छी दिख रही हैं यार, कौन सी खरीदूं?
ये तो वही बात हुई, 4000 शेयर्स लिस्टेड है, कौन सा लूं?
वो तो सबसे आसान है।
तुझे 5 पैसा नहीं पता?
अब तो सबको पता है। 5 पैसा पर है 4000 स्टॉक्स की रिसर्च, टेक्निकल टूल्स और इन्वेस्टमेंट आइडियाज। डाउनलोड 5 पैसा नाउ।
अब तो सबको पता है, investing made easy and rewarding with 5 paisa. Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.